The Douglas Truth Library, I see that as a focal point in the community. It holds one of the largest public collections of African American literature on the West Coast. Sitting at the corner of 23rd Avenue and East Yesler Way, it's near and dear to me because that is my community library. It sits really high on that hill, so I like to call it a beacon on that hill. The history on all four of those corners is very important, but the library, established in 1914, originally, Henry Yesler Library, but by 1975, the community had come together and said, you know what, that name just doesn't represent our community and who we are. And so people were entering names of what they thought the name should be. And of course, the top two, right? Sojourner Truth, and Frederick Douglass Truth Library. When we can appreciate that it was free space for Black people to gain knowledge, building the literacy within our community, it's priceless. Douglas Truth holds one of the largest public collections of African American literature on the West Coast. The African American literature collection just holds so much value, and not everyone knows and understands really what's there. During the war, during 1940s, is when the conversation around collecting Black literature began out of Douglas Truth. And so that collection continues to be built and is a really beautiful thing. Again, I think we said that it wasn't originally named Douglas Truth. That was a whole process, right? Some of the folks who were very instrumental in that are on that bus shelter panel that's directly across the street from the library. So there's a little bit of history in the photos and panels there that want to engage people about the history of the library, to know more about the history of the library. It's just a really beautiful community library, and those panels help to tell that story.